This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one website building platform.
How would you define a luxury watch?
It's November 2015. A fresh campaign is just launched on crowdfunding website Kickstarter. It promises to redefine the idea of Italian luxury watches by providing a new way to buy a luxury watch at a fraction of the retail price. Several months and 6,000 backers later, it becomes a record breaker, raising over 900,000 euros, making it the most funded wristwatch project in crowdfunding history. In 2016, a second project takes things to new heights, this time attracting triple the number of supporters, whom combined to provide over 4.8 million euros to make this affordable luxury venture a reality. To some, Filippo Loreti could be seen as a modern-day success story, showcasing how thinking outside the box can result in tremendous financial success and thousands of thrilled customers. You've probably seen some of their advertisements online, likely before this video.
People literally stop me in the street to talk about it.
Timepieces with timeless Italian style.
So that's something that you would normally find on watches that were like 5 times the price of this.
This is the best deal in watch history.
When you look closer though, something is amiss.
It's not a luxury watch. Terrible brand, complete waste of money. You could find way more value elsewhere.
Filippo Loreti watches are heavily marked up as well.
Chinese garbage.
What if I told you that Filippo Loreti is not an Italian watchmaker? That Filippo Loreti himself doesn't exist, and that ordering doesn't guarantee you'll receive the item that you paid for? This all began as a simple wristwatch review video. Filippo Loreti were bombarding me with video advertisements, just like other brands such as Movement and Vincero. Within these adverts were some pretty bold claims about their quality versus their competition. As a consumer advocate channel, I feel like it's my job to test these claims to see if there's any truth to them. So I hopped online and ordered a watch from their site. I chose the flagship model that you see most frequently in their advertising. I even paid $19 extra for faster shipping so I could get the review out quickly, ideally before this holiday season when everyone will be shopping. According to the order confirmation, it should have taken around 5 to 11 business days to reach me. Several weeks go by, and the watch still hadn't turned up. So I decided to check out some of the online coverage to see if this was normal. I then noticed something bizarre. While reading and watching different reviews, there was a huge divide in the reception to these wristwatches. Some outlets and individuals were gushing about Filippo Loreti, strongly pushing it down your throats as a revolutionary brand with luxury products, whilst others were calling it a joke, or in some cases, an outright scam. With fashion brands like Movement and Vincero, I'm used to seeing a wide range of opinions, but nothing ever quite this extreme. So I decided to do a little more digging to see if either side had substantiated claims. Are these great watches or a great waste of your money?
How would you define a luxury watch? Usually we think of high quality.
Like me, you've probably first heard of Filippo Loreti online. You'll notice that retargeting adverts like this video and text ads in search results will follow you around the internet, often for weeks at a time. How a brand pitches a product in these advertisements can dictate often how we judge them. These Filippo ads typically contain the following messages. Firstly, they position their products as Italian luxury watches.
We bring a line of Italian luxury watches directly to you.
The biggest movement in luxury watch crowdfunding history.
The Filippo Loreti Renaissance. The perfect luxury smartwatch. And launched a revolution in the luxury watch industry.
Look, if you want premium watches for half the price, you have to check out Filippo Loreti.
Secondly, they claim that luxury watches from traditional watch brands are overpriced due to middlemen, an example of which being retail stores, inferring that such brands are knowingly ripping off customers. By removing these obstacles, they can offer comparable goods for a fraction of the price. Where have we heard that one before? On their website, they make comparisons to products at 8 to 16 times the retail price of theirs.
16 times the detail.
And in some of their video ads, they suggest that their watches are equivalent to those that cost 4 or 5 figures.
The main reason high-quality watches cost so much is because of the distributors, wholesalers, and retail stores that mark up the price of a luxury watch by up to 1,000%. By cutting out all the middlemen, we bring a line of Italian luxury watches directly to you at a fraction of the retail price.
Filippo Loreti was started by a couple of brothers who didn't understand why beautifully designed watches had to be 4 or 5 figures. They do a direct-to-consumer business model that gets the price way lower.
Thirdly, your watch is going to be rare and unique because all lines are strictly limited edition.
You'll know that your watch is rare and unique because all lines are strictly limited edition.
Take advantage of this limited time offer while you still can.
Can be the first to own the future of luxury. And remember, take advantage of this limited time offer while you still can.
You'll know that your watch is one of only 500 manufactured because all lines are strictly limited edition. Make a pledge by buying one of these luxury timepieces at a founder's price.
And finally, these watches are so luxury and so attractive that people are going to stop you in the street about them.
I have never received so many compliments on an accessory of mine. But this watch, people literally stop me in the street to talk about it. This watch fits perfectly into my wardrobe.
I'm sure you'll agree there's some pretty bold claims. Oh, mamma mia! Someone get me a Filippo Loreti! That's better. All it needs now is a couple of stars. Filippo Loreti was founded by a pair of Lithuanian brothers in the mid-2010s. By their own words on their website, Filippo Loreti watches are assembled to our exacting standards at state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities in the global technology hub of Shenzhen Province, Hong Kong. As far as I know, Shenzhen is actually a part of China, not Hong Kong. But whichever way you look at it, there doesn't seem to be a shred of Latin in this company's DNA, despite the Italian name. The company doesn't even appear on the Italian business register. The only place I found them listed was on the Lithuanian company directory. And even that looked to be defunct, so goodness knows what's going on. They repeatedly mention how their designs are inspired by the Romans and Italian architecture. However, claiming that these are Italian luxury watches is misleading at best and possibly fraudulent at worst, though I am no legal expert, so take that with a grain of salt. Just don't expect a watch made in Italy, because that's not what you'll receive. When it comes to the middlemen argument, there is some truth here. Most products we buy these days go through some sort of retailer, meaning the products have to be marked up somewhat to factor in that cost. On a service level, this appears to make sense. However, not only does the final product that you receive not align with a watch at 8 to 16 times this retail price, but Filippo Loreti takes it a step further. They've effectively replaced the retail middleman with alternative types of middlemen that aren't quite so easy to spot. In fact, you're looking at one right now. Sort of. Unlike many traditional brands, their influencer spend must be huge. There's a sea of Instagrammers regularly promoting these watches with #Filippo Loreti partner, suggesting some form of compensation must have been arranged. This extends across YouTube too. Since 2018, Filippo Loreti has contacted me on 13 occasions, relentlessly trying to get me to promote their watches. I'm not against social media sponsorships when conducted properly, as is evident from the inclusion of our sponsor Squarespace, which is our website builder of choice for a few key reasons. Not only does it allow you to create intuitive and beautiful websites incredibly easily, but it also features some crucial blogging tools that we use daily to improve the readability of our articles. It allows us to integrate photos and videos in an instant and then track the performance of each post via the in-depth analytics suite. You can then smooth out your workflow using their scheduling system and organizing your posts into one of 4 categories to stay on track. The all-in-one platform makes it easier to unify your brand voice from your homepage through to your emails. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/benswatchclub to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. There's a link in the video description. So I'm not against social sponsorships, however, there is clearly a large budget assigned towards this area of the business. This is an example of money going to something other than the watches, a principle that this brand was just criticizing. However, it gets far more interesting when we look at their affiliate program. Hey you. Yeah you. Come over here. A little closer, come on. I'm going to reveal to you a little YouTube secret. You see, there are these things called affiliate programs, which are a great way for bloggers and vloggers to make some money without coming across as too salesy. Essentially, if you're a creator using this, you make a small commission every time someone makes a purchase through one of your affiliate links. A good example of this is Amazon Associates, which we use frequently here on Ben's Watch Club. You may have seen the disclosure we feature on every web page and in every video description. If we review a wristwatch and link our US viewers to that watch on Amazon.com, we get a commission of approximately 4% of the value of the product. So if a watch is selling for $50, we'd get a small cut of $2 if that person bought the item within 24 hours. As you can probably guess, this income method normally requires a huge number of clicks to make any notable income, as the conversion rate, even for the best sites, is really low. Importantly, with most affiliate programs, the operator has no control over the content produced around such links, and you, the consumer, pay no more if you decide to use one of those links yourself and then buy the product. All around, I think it's a very fair system that doesn't induce much bias due to the low commission percentage on most sites. What if I told you that Filippo Loreti's affiliate program pays out not double, not triple, but in some cases over 6 times the commission of Amazon US for wristwatches? Indeed, the program through their own website advertises up to 20% commission on each sale, whilst their international program advertises up to a whopping 25% commission, possibly with additional cash payments to go alongside it. So for a £200 watch sale, that would equate to a commission of £50. This is frankly unheard of in the wristwatch affiliate space, so it's no wonder that so many reviewers are pushing these products like crazy. In my opinion, with a commission this high, you'd be right to doubt the legitimacy of reviews from people who are using these links. There's a huge incentive to blindly sell these watches in the hope of accessing some of those obscene fees. In fact, it's so backwards that, did you know affiliates of this brand aren't allowed to give any sort of honest feedback about the watch? Or should I say, negative feedback in any way? In fact, it's written into their publicly available terms and conditions. Here are some that I found particularly alarming. Number 1, no promotion of the brand should be created without prior sign-off from the brand. Number 2, all partners are expected to make contact to discuss performance and optimization at least once per week. Number 6, partners must respect brand integrity and display the brand in a positive and favorable way at all times. Any images or ad copy should be sent for approval before being published. Along with number 12, which says partners must, without at least 30 days of joining the program, begin to promote the brand without exception, which I think is pretty pressurizing. Interestingly, none of the terms feature anything about disclosing the affiliate relationship with prospective viewers or readers, which I believe is a legal requirement in most countries. Let's do a bit of quick maths. When you combine the marketing budget, the up to 25% affiliate commission, and then the readily available discount codes, often up to 35% off, even more when you buy multiple watches, it starts to make you wonder, how much of the initial, say £200 retail price, that's kind of the average for these products, how much of that £200 is actually going into producing the product? They claim that rival brands mark their products up 8 to 16 times because of middlemen, yet they're able to frequently offer heavy discounts and they give a huge chunk to affiliates alongside possible additional fees too. I'll let you be the judge on that one. I can confirm that these watches are indeed exclusive. In fact, they take that principle to new heights. I'm yet to mention the quality of the products, because we've got a slight issue. The watch never turned up. At least it hasn't at the time of making this video. I ordered the watch in mid to late September this year. As you can see, it's now November the 14th and it's still not here. The watch still hasn't even been dispatched yet, despite the 5 to 11 business day delivery estimate that was advertised during checkout. It's time to play Where's That Filippo Loreti?
First time in darting history.
They are both coming down in 9 style first pop, treble 19, double 12! Game shot!
You are present in a moment of the greatest sporting history, certainly in darts.
Yes, so Filippo Loreti claims this quartz watch is made to order, and some deeper delving into their website reveals a page that now states it could take several months for delivery. I feel like I've been duped because this wasn't made clear at the point of purchase. I'm unsure what that extra $19 quick delivery charge was for if quick delivery isn't even possible, and why a basic quartz watch is kind of made to order. I'm not even sure. And unfortunately, my research tells me that even after months of waiting, it's likely that my watch won't even turn up at all. Do you know how I know that? I took a quick look at the comments on their Kickstarter and Trustpilot pages. Here, there's an overwhelming number of complaints that paying customers haven't received their watches. In some cases, several years after these projects have concluded. Many who did receive a watch are stating that the quality of the products is far from what was promised in the marketing. And what's worse is, they even went on and started a third Kickstarter scheme before even ensuring all backers of the first 2 campaigns had received their products, which in my view is pretty unethical. From the looks of it, they are redefining Italian luxury watches by not even delivering them. I mean, it's a pretty new angle to take, I guess. You can check out the comments yourselves on their pages. I'll pop links in the description. It's also on Wayback Machine in case they try and take it down somehow. I have never seen Kickstarter pages with so many comments.
It's over 9,000!
9,000 comments, and almost all are negative, most of which have never been replied to by the brand either. It's true, even the best businesses are always going to have haters. Comes with the territory. However, the percentage of negative ones here is unprecedented. It's funny how so many of these regular customers are having so many issues with their watches, often never even getting them, yet reviewers and YouTubers seem to receive them quickly with no issues. But what's even more suspicious is the Trustpilot page. Overall, the 4.1 rating isn't too bad. But when you look at the reviews themselves, it's split massively between full 5-star ratings and 1-star ratings. People are either in love with these watches or feel like they've been completely scammed. What's more, the positive ones are frequently short and generic, and almost all of the accounts leaving these 5-star reviews have only ever completed one review on the platform. That for Filippo Loreti. This could be a big coincidence. However, I'm highly doubtful of the legitimacy of these reviews. One of my friends has been a full-time social media marketer for the past 4 years, and he works with web stores on a regular basis. So I decided to ask him whether, to his knowledge, these types of testimonials can be faked.
Yeah, it's actually something that's super easy to do. There are a bunch of Chrome extensions and apps you can use to then pull all the 4 and 5-star reviews from other websites like Alibaba, to pull all of those to your website. And you can even select if you want to get 4-star reviews, 5-star reviews, 3-star reviews. And you can even say what percentage of the reviews you're pulling in should be 1 and 2-star reviews to make it look more real.
And these are easy to find. Can anyone sort of track down these things? And is it just for own stores, or would it be for something like Trustpilot, let's say?
You could do that. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for Trustpilot. It's definitely possible. But it's ridiculously easy for your own store. I mean, it's really easy.
I'll let you make up your own mind on that one. Alternatively, I'd be interested to see if there is some sort of incentive in place where buyers possibly get a discount or some sort of free product in exchange for a positive review. In the UK and other Western countries, as far as I know, this is outright illegal. Unfortunately, as I never received the product and can't see the documentation that would be within it, I can't confirm what's true and what's not. The customer reviews on their own website don't align whatsoever with the sentiment found on the others. Only 20 1-star reviews here compared to thousands of negative comments on the Kickstarter. Sounds perfectly legitimate to me. Interestingly, Filippo Loreti continue to use their Business Insider appearances in their marketing. I'm assuming to try and add some credibility. Indeed, the popular website has released a string of articles on this brand, all utilizing the lucrative affiliate marketing program, of course. Therefore, it's no surprise that these articles are entirely positive. Embarrassingly, Business Insider has been forced to alter these due to the overwhelming number of complaints from customers about this brand. Once more, it's the same theme cropping up again: no delivery and no responses from the brand. At this point, it isn't looking good for our pal Filippo. So what's the deal with the watches then? What if you get lucky and actually receive what you've paid for? Well, in the case of the model I ordered, you're fundamentally getting a basic Chinese-made battery-powered watch that's just cost you £179 plus delivery. From the looks of this, it does feature sapphire crystal and a stainless steel case, which is typical at this price point. But let's see how it stacks up against this Orient watch that I picked up a couple of weeks back. After all, Filippo Loreti pitches themselves as offering the best value around, basically. So let's see what the truth of the matter is. The quartz movement powering the Filippo Loreti watch looks like this, costs around £10 to buy individually, likely far less when bought in bulk, and effectively costs £1, maybe a couple of pounds at most to produce. These aren't made by Filippo Loreti, they're instead purchased from a Japanese brand called Miyota. As is evidence from loads of my reviews on this channel, these movements are found in tons of watches for under £50. They're not inherently bad, but I'd hardly call them luxury. This Orient watch features an automatic F6S22 movement, manufactured in-house by Orient. While this movement is nothing spectacular, it certainly costs more to produce and features a much higher level of craftsmanship than that in the Filippo. You can see it for yourself through the exhibition case rear. The cheapest mechanical option from Filippo Loreti is going to cost you around £550, while this Orient typically comes in at around £160. That's a £400 difference. This Orient features the same sapphire crystal for scratch resistance, the same water resistance rating, the same stainless steel construction, and from the videos I've seen of the Loreti, a better level of finishing too. In my eyes, this is much closer to the affordable luxury narrative that's pushed so strongly by Filippo Loreti. They claim their competition are marking up prices to extreme levels, yet when you look at the actual products and the price points, there's no question that it's Filippo Loreti that's adding the unnecessary markups. In no way are these equivalent to luxury watches worth multiple times the retail price like they say. They aren't even equivalent to brands like Orient and Seiko at the same retail price. This is somewhat proven by the terrible resale value. Here I've got up some eBay listings. Most of these quartz luxury watches have sold for under £50. When would a true luxury watch ever resell for such a low amount of money? They wouldn't.
I have never received so many compliments on an accessory of mine. But this watch, people literally stop me in the street to talk about it.
To be clear, from my experience wearing tons of different watches, nobody is going to be stopping you in the street to talk about your wristwatch. In fact, no one even gives a damn what watch you're wearing anyway. Not even if you're wearing a 30 grand Rolex. Most people don't even wear a watch or care about them at all, and those who are into watches certainly won't be complimenting a fashion brand like Filippo Loreti, who have zero horological significance. Crucially, Filippo Loreti does advertise a generous 10-year warranty on their products, which would be amazing if it weren't for the fact that customers are reportedly unable to claim this warranty without jumping through an insane number of hoops. But my main concern is, what's the point in a warranty for a product that never arrives? And then just when you thought it couldn't get shadier, it does. Let's say you've seen some of their adverts on your phone, your tablet, your computer, whatever, and you're attempting to do some due diligence by looking at reviews on YouTube. Not only do you have multiple reviewers fawning over the brand because of the lucrative and controlling affiliate program, in my opinion, but you also have videos like this. Indeed, Filippo Loreti, the brand selling these watches, have created their own review video.
Gotcha, bitch!
In an attempt to rank first in the search results when someone searches for a review of their products. I'm not sure it needs to be said, but a review done by the seller should never be classed as a review in the first place. Advert would be the appropriate term. There's even a second impressions video in case prospective customers search that instead. While not illegal as far as I know, it's yet another shady strategy. I recently learned that not only are they fooling you on YouTube, but at one point they were doing so on their online store too. They outright stole images from watchmaker Zenith and placed them in their site header. implying that these shots depicted the movements inside Filippo Loreti watches. Now maybe that one might actually be illegal. From what I've discovered, this brand does not make Italian luxury watches. They replace the traditional middlemen with different middlemen. They don't consistently or quickly deliver products. And if you do get one, I don't think people will be stopping you in the street about it. I purchased the watch from them months later, and I can't even review it because it's still not here, despite not being informed of additional delays at checkout. I received the same generic email from them that people have reportedly been receiving for years. Will this watch ever turn up? Who knows, maybe it will. Maybe then I can complete this review. Before looking into this brand, I thought Movement and Daniel Wellington were bad enough, but the intentional levels of deception and unethical practices forced me to encourage you to stay away from Filippo Loreti watches. If you must have one, I'd recommend buying a used one on eBay for a fraction of the price. At least with some of those other fashion brands, you get the product in a timely manner, and they aren't using quite so many of these misleading tactics. But if you want to see some much better ways of spending your money, I've got tons of reviews on this channel, so subscribe for more of those. See you next time.